typically how logs are brought into the mill. They're brought in all species together, and the saw logs are always kept separate from the pulp. But when the saw logs come in, he sorts out the species, the driver, as he unloads it, and then the log scaler comes along and scales every log. He measures every one, and it's kept track of. The logger is paid by the FBM, which is footboard measure. So what we have is Ontario log rule here. It's measuring the diameter of the tree, and there's deductions for rot and crook and so on. But basically on the Ontario log rule, it has a table which shows how many FBMs are in each different log. The rule says it all right here exactly.
So we can show you how we scale a little bit here right now, kind of get a feeling for how many board feet's in each of the logs. When you scale during the Ontario log rule scaling system, you always measure on the smallest end of the log. So that's why two of us here, to save a bit of time, we work together. Just when they lay them out, sometimes the small end's there, sometimes it's here. So just happened that log there, he had the small end. It was 15 inches on 8 feet. 15 inches and 8 feet, 70 board feet. It's a fairly rough looking log, but there is no rock in it. But it will go to a grade 2 log just because there isn't 3 clean sides on it. When I'm putting it into my handheld computer here, I'll put the length of the log in first. After I pick my species out, I'll put the length in first. So it was 8 feet long, so I can hit 8 feet. It will automatically set down to the diameter. So then I'll hit 15. And then I can grade it myself. It's up to me when I scale it to grade it, depending on how I think it looks and according to the rot, what we talked about earlier. And then I can manually put the grade in here. And the handheld computer will hold it for me, hold up to weeks if I want. And then when I go back down, I can download it into the other computer and have a printed out sheet of exactly what was on this load. With the different species, we grade them differently. Hardwood just has a certain, by diameter, anything over 11 inches, as long as it's clean on 3 sides, we'll grade it as a grade 1 log. And in softwood, anything over 12 feet long, regarding it is also fairly clean, not full of knots and rot, we'll also throw it into a grade 1 class. The shorter lengths are harder to use now and stuff, so anyway, they all go into grade 2. This is the Ontario log rule here. I guess we can look here at, this would be a 15 inch, when you measure your diameter, this would be here, if it fell in this class, it would be 15 inches. If we go back to the top, you can see the different numbers here, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16 would be the length of the log. So, if you want to figure out your, how many feet you have per log, we'll go down here to a 9-inch log on 8 feet. There's 22 board feet in that log, if there's no deductions. If there's, let's say, 20% rot in that same log, we would go down. It's telling us 1, so we'll take 1 inch off. And you record it as an 8-inch log. I just marked it scaled here so the loader operators will know that they can pick it up when I'm done.